in someone who's been living through all of this. Ameera Harouda lives in Gaza. She moved south on Tuesday and is currently living in a tent with her children and now joins us live. Thank you very much indeed for joining us, Ameera. First of all, just tell us about your experiences over the last 2 weeks.
Okay, you are welcome. First, we are having a lot of difficulties here, especially in the camp. I'm talking to you now from the center of the UNRWA headquarters, where we are staying in Khan Younis College with my family. But basically, we are staying outside of this building. We are staying in a tent in front of the building. This is only like a building for operating and doing things for people here in the camp. We were struggling to get water, to get food during the couple of days. My children get sick because of the situation. There is no clean water here. You have to find a place to get clean water, also to get food too. We are talking about more than 35,000 families flee with their families to this camp in Khan Younis. It's not a camp, actually. It's a college for training, belonged to UNRWA before. And now people, they are using it as a shelter for them to stay with their families, as I did with my family. We literally staying in a tent outside, only some blankets we have with us. During the night, the bombing still continue in Khan Younis and in the south of Gaza, where they said that it's safe for families to be there. But the bombing still continue during the night. We hear the sound of the bombing, and unfortunately, there is no place safe. You don't feel safe in any place. Even if you are inside the camp or you are outside of the camp, like you are going to Khan Younis to get some stuff for your family or medicine for your children. My two children, they get sick during the last 2 days because of the health situation here. There is toilet, you have to wait for a long line until you get the chance to use it. The humanitarian situation inside the camp is a disaster, really. Many diseases between the children here. And it's out of the capacity of the UNRWA, to run something like this with that amount of number of people here. Also being in the field and continue telling the stories of the people, it's also another difficulties that we face it as a journalist in Gaza, to go to different places to cover, because the bombing and the airstrike continue all the time.
And Ameera, you mentioned your family, you mentioned you have children. And aside from just the basic difficulties of having to try to provide food, water and shelter for them in what sounds like a horrific situation, what do you tell them when they ask you what's going on and when are we going home?
It's hard to explain to them everything because they already understand everything. My daughter yesterday, she told me that she wants to write their names in their hands because she never know that maybe we will get bombed in any minute. So instead of saying that we are unknown, they will understand that this is our names and this is our ID and this is where are we from. Like we are from Gaza City, our names this, and we were here in the shelter, they try to protect our lives. And they struggle. They keep asking me to go back to the house, but the problem is the whole neighborhood where I live are bombed. And so this is difficult for me also to tell them that everything is bombed there and the house will not be the same like before. Basic stuff that we needed for children is difficult to get. And at the same time, it's we try to keep them quiet, but this is hard. This is hard to do it under these circumstances here.
Sure. And look, when it comes to the situation, how long it's going to continue and a possible resolution, a possible ceasefire, what would your message be to Israel, to the international community, and indeed to Hamas?
The main thing that they should stop killing the civilians. This is unbelievable situation. Every day we have like hundreds of families they bombed and killed without any warning. Most of them, they are children and women. And there is no justification for what they are, doing and bombing here. This is something out of the hand to talk about it. This is something that the world should understand, that the killing should stop, the bombing should stop during the night and during the morning. We are talking about heavily bombing, attack different places in Gaza Strip. And, the kind of injury is completely different. I witnessed different wars in Gaza. I witnessed Great March of Return, and being in the field, treating with dealing with the people. But I never saw kind of like wounds or injury people like this. They are like completely burned. This is something for the first time we witness it here in Gaza, and it's used against the civilians people here in Gaza. And I think this is something serious, and the world should stop all these crimes here in Gaza.
Ameera, we really thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you telling us your story. We wish you and your family all the best. Do stay safe, and perhaps we will be able to talk to you again. We certainly hope so.